One thing I've never understood about concerts is like, what is the point of encores? What?
I guess I think it was probably a cool thing at once, and now it's just expected. So I think like it's lost its charm.
Yeah, as now that it's expected that you put like your coolest song in the encore, then I'm like, well, we all know it's coming. We all know you're going off stage here.
Although I will say, I recently went to a concert of this like American musician Mike Kinsella, who I really, really like, and he had his like new band that he was touring with in Japan, and I got tickets to go see it because I fucking love Mike Kinsella, and they've only ever released one album, right? So it's like very new band, but I'm like, cool, I'll go watch them. They basically did all of their songs that they've released up until that point, and they started walking off. Naturally, everyone was like, encore, encore.
No songs left.
Mike comes back and he just goes on the mic and he's like, we don't have any songs left. And then he just leaves. And I'm just like, you know what? I respect that. It's like Uno reverse card on the encore. It's like, that's refreshing.
I feel like it's why do people fucking saber a champagne? Why do they slap? It was just tradition, right? People just do it because we just did it.
Have you ever saber? I want to. I
God,
don't
I
know.
want to saber a champagne.
I want to saber a champagne.
I've sabered a champagne.
Did you do it right?
No.
Okay. Well, it's super.
Wait, what did you use?
You can ruin the whole champagne.
Like a proper
actual saber,
like a
or
proper
like a
saber.
kitchen
Yeah,
knife?
yeah. I used like a proper saber that was like this big. I did it with Chad when I was in Melbourne.
Of course, it was.
Yeah.
Sabered a
Okay, now
champagne.
that makes sense.
And I did it, but it was like I guess not the correct way to do it because like the
did it
correct
just
way.
explode?
No. It was the proper way is that the cork is supposed to like perfectly fly off and
No.
The
glass.
The glass supposed to just perfectly snap off.
Yeah.
Oh, then I did do it right.
It was perfectly flat.
It was like kind of like at an angle. So
Okay.
okay.
The
Was
risk
it a
is,
clean cut? Is what we're
It was a
asking.
clean cut.
The risk is that the like glass shards can go in the champagne, as well as just smashing the entire bottle.
Yeah.
But normally you just fucking. Zoop.
You just
Well, I mean it's a lot harder than that, but yeah, generally, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's.
Come on, you sabered a champagne bottle.
I couldn't believe
Why,
it
is it
until.
that much of an achievement?
That's just such a fucking rare thing to do. Really? Yeah, it's like fencing. Do you know anyone who fences?
No.
Yeah, right. I don't know a single person who's fenced.
But you can say that about like most Olympic sports.
Okay, name a sport.
Huh?
Equestrian.
I know someone who's equestrian.
Fuck off, you do.
I don't know anyone who's fenced.
Who do you know who's an equestrian?
I mean, I lived around farms and shit, so people did that shit.
What, on sheep?
Well, on horses.
Just get on your ram and just fucking jump the fence.
I don't know. I'm convinced fencing is a lie. I've not met a single person who's fenced.
What do you mean?
I think it's a
what
conspiracy.
So what?
It's a conspiracy created by the Olympic Committee.
I don't think it exists, right? I think they just find 5 dudes who are willing to do it, and they tell us it's a real thing. Okay, fencing's real. Let's keep it exciting. I think we should take the armor off in fencing.
Just take the armor off and just go back to old school. Just let them slaughter each other.
Yeah.
Why does it need like the little?
The original the original Olympics way back had a fight to the death. So we should have that.
Yeah, we should bring that back.
Yeah, bring that back.
Do you think esports should be in Olympics?
No.
No.
I like how we went from me joking about fencing not being real to no, they did try. Wait.
Talking about the real.
They did try this and it failed miserably.
Yeah, it did fail.
Wait,
I
what?
believe so.
Yes.
Oh, esports.
Yes. Olympic.
When?
Esport, like last year. I remember it was a whole funny
What?
thing.
In Japan?
Yeah. No, not in Japan, in general.
Just in general.
Oh. Like the Winter Olympics?
Wait, what?
Well, because last year was the Winter Olympics, right?
No. Like I think the previous Olympics that happened.
Oh.
There's something, could you look this up, Kai? Yeah, something happened last year where they did something and it was a mess. They fucked it all up.
Well,
Yeah.
what were they playing?
I don't know. This is the problem with gaming, right? Is that there's only a few games that have stuck around long enough to really be like, I guess, have that Olympic feel to them of like a thing we all know.
I just can't imagine being like, all right, so here's the swimming and here's the
like
gymnastics.
CSGO
and then there's
There's-
Quake.
There's no games that feel Olympic-y. You know what I mean? That's my
Mario Tennis.
get the fuck out, Joey.
They can play it right after the tennis.
Well, they did. The only people who I think of, the biggest example I can think of something similar was Overwatch did their global Overwatch competition where it was country based.
Yeah.
And it was different from the league. It was just purely a like, whose country's the best?
Well, no, because League is in the Asia Games, which is kind of like the Olympics, but just for like the Asian countries, and that's split up by countries as well. Well, Faker doesn't have to enroll for the military anymore.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's because he won a gold medal at the Asia Games.
I love how BTS couldn't get an exemption from serving in the military, but Faker could. No, I'm not trying to say that Faker hasn't contributed more to society. I'm just saying, like, BTS couldn't get it.
Yeah, and it's because Faker he won, like the Korean team won the gold medal for the Asia Games. All they had to do is basically beat China, and they were basically surefire to win. And
stoked.
because of that, yeah, Faker,
Can't wait for League of Legends finals this year. I'm so stoked.
So okay, going
Yeah.
back on topic though, because who gives a fuck? What sport or what game would be the most suitable for an Olympics situation?
I mean, it'd have
Super Smash Bros.
Well, no, because like America would just win. This is the problem with a lot of esports is that like America just crushes in so many of them, except for certain games.
Yeah.
Like fighting games is like dominated by mainly Americans, but there are some Europeans, obviously, who are like Leffen or whatever, or there's some Japanese people who are pretty good at them too in certain games.
yeah.
But a lot of games are dominated by just America.
What about Wii Sports?
No, Jerry.
No.
Why not? It's got fucking sports in the name.
Bro, Nintendo would ruin stuff somehow. It'd be like we'd be like, oh, we're doing Smash Bros to save dying kids. And it turns out we've already put them down. Stop it. Shut down.
We whacked them over our head with a copy of Smash Bros.
It's just like Nintendo would find a way because someone owns it, right? But
Yeah.
like,
Why would we want to watch Wii Sports in the Olympics when we have all of the sports that are in Wii Sports actually represented?
You can just say that about esports in general then.
Oh, I'm sorry, Joey. Where? Name me a real life equivalent to League of Legends.
yeah, it's true.
There
Yeah.
shouldn't be one.
That's the point.
That shouldn't
That's the
exist.
Counter-Strike, other than terrorism, which isn't ranked. We don't have ranked
point.
terrorism.
We don't want to talk about Counter Strike, Joe. Come on.
Well, it's Counter-Strike 2 now. Counter-Strike 1's dead.
Yeah, CS, Counter Strike 2, you know.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's what we don't want a real life equivalent of. But yeah, I mean, Wii Sports. Okay, it's like, should like things like bowling and darts be part of the Olympics?
Yeah,
I think so.
yeah.
Are they already? They're not, right?
I don't
No,
No. They have their own like championships and
America
stuff
will win bowling though.
and darts.
Yeah. No.
UK or some European country.
Yeah.
Oh really? I have no idea.
Unless they can't drink while performing, in which case the UK just gets nerfed to the ground.
So you cannot take performance enhancing drugs and the British are like, fuck!
I saw a tweet that was it was like, let's do like an Olympic Games, but where everyone is allowed to take as many drugs as they want. Like let's get the best performing human with everything that we can give them.
Just absolutely max out all stats.
Are you not curious how fast a man could run if he has full access to drugs? If they're gonna do it, let's just make a league for it.
Sure.
What is this, like a speedrun strat? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you imagine how fast Usain Bolt will be when he takes fucking cocaine?
We have like glitchless. We have glitchless.
That's not the kind of drugs that improve running, I'm pretty sure.
You never
Joe.
know.
We have like glitchless categories in games. Why don't we have like drug categories and clean categories?
That's a great idea.
What would we be promoting here, Connor? What would we be promoting?
That drugs enhance performance.
All these vape and smoking companies would love something to sponsor, I'm sure. I'd argue make more money. More viewership.
Is it legal to take weed before like professional eaters go into like an eating contest?
That's a fantastic idea. If they're not doing that, they should.
Does that count as a performance enhancing drug at that
Yeah,
point?
because you're on the munchies, bro, and you're like, I can eat 1.5 times the average right now.
These are so good. These are amazing.
Yeah, they should. If
Yeah.
if there isn't like an American, like if Matt Stoney isn't doing that, then I'm impressed.
Oh, he's called Matt Stoney, so maybe there's some. Maybe there
It's
is.
in the name.
Yeah, it's
Like,
right in the name.
We've figured out your trick, Matt.